pushed the camel through the eye of a needle. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Tied the ops to the back of a Trackhawk and dragged him around the block for 24 hours. Motherfucker looked like a Resident Evil 5 campaign extra after we was done with him. Ops wanted some initiative. Blew up their entire quadrant. I'm moving like Oppenheimer. She dropped that ass on me from an egregious angle. They thought I was Stephen Wallace. Top shelf Zaza disrupted my circadian rhythm. I have seen the Magna Carta. I have seen the Eye of Horror. I was flipping bricks for Mansa Musa before y'all even became a Type 1 civilization. This shit ain't nothing to me, you stupid piece of shit. Step the wrong way and you will perish. That pussy feel like Biscoff butter. You think I care about this shit? Ask me if I care about this shit, cause I don't give a shit. If I had $1 for every time they said I gave a shit, I'd be broke, cause I don't give a shit. My bitch looked like David Hasselhoff. I bawled so hard they thought I was a fucking nutsack. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. I'll kill you, you stupid piece of shit. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Haters and shambles, they stay picking the corn out of my shit. The Smith & Wesson got me moving like an invasive species. I got Midas touch, fuck boy. Bitch so bad I made her shit in my chopped cheese. I'm at the bank about to withdraw all of it. These Valentinos are from Milan, you fucking idiot. That fentanyl gave me Vitruvian man flexibility. Got me in a state of rigor mortis. Caught a broke boy trying to come up on my Amazon package, so I skinned his ass alive. Ah! We smoking Serge Ibaka spinal fluid infused quick release perks. She spread it and let me take a deep sniff of that mahi mahi. I gave that pussy a raspberry. They needed a stealth soldier, so I put my hands on the hibachi hot plate at Benihana and burned my fucking fingerprints off. They will not find me. Konnichiwa, you little jit. Snorting some premium modest Yahoo got me fighting for my life. I make a nice stew out of that pussy. Blacked out on the Percocet. Ordered a Desert Eagle off Amazon. I used to nut in my socks until the crust smelled sweet. I ain't never going back. Hidden Valley Ranch ice cream cake in my fronto leaf. Got Sudanese crystalline shards poking out my lungs. Fuck boy.
I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit. This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit. This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. Welcome, lovers. I am Dark Matt Steve, your little sexy host, your little boy toy for the evening. Just for the evening. Just for a couple hours. Then you can go back to your life. Okay? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be slutting it up in here tonight. Prepare yourself. Might want to use some protection. Might want to pop one of your little prep pills. Because we're getting absolutely slutty tonight. What are we getting into tonight? I'm pulling up some tabs here. We got Candace Owens cancel campaign. Guys, Candace Owens is trending right now, and she's trending for being, enemy number one to TPUSA, and, now that now that Charlie Kirk is dead, she's enemy number one to Israel. So, there is definitely a campaign, and keep all of this in mind. We all heard about the $7,000 checks that are being cut to all of these social media influencers and people like that. And now you just happen to see a whole, basically what appears to be an organized like cancel campaign. It could be, I mean, not that I have indisputable proof that it's inorganic, but it is just funny. I mean, my feed was absolutely dominated today by people talking shit about Candace Owens for one reason or another. All of it basically relating back to her coverage and her investigation into the Charlie Kirk assassination. So we're going to wade through some of this together. I'm going to pull up some of the critiques of Candace Owens. We'll take a look at that. And then I just thought it would be interesting. You know, I watched some of Candace's show as it premiered live today, and I saw some interesting clips from that. So I think what we will do is, just so we got it all here in one place, we'll actually let her do her, her recent rebuttal. This is like her most recent clapback to all of her detractors and critics. So we'll take a look at all that shit, and then also we'll take a look at what's happened with Kash Patel's girlfriend's lawsuits over what you could say accusations / rumors, which you'll understand why why it's rumors and insinuation, and that it basically she's suing if you make a statement that leaves open the possibility that someone could interpret it as a dog whistle or some kind of hint that possibly there's at all any kind of chance that Kash Patel's girlfriend is some kind of Mossad agent. If you make any statement about Kash Patel's girlfriend that can be interpreted that way, you are at risk of a lawsuit, apparently. So we might get to that. So yeah, we'll be, I should just, so we're clear. I probably will do like 2 hours or something like that. So hopefully, yeah, I kind of got to get off right around 10 o'clock. I know I got off a little bit earlier last night. So yeah, just letting you guys know. All right, let me see here. We're on, where are we tonight? YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter, also known as X if you're autistic and do ketamine. People on Rumble should enjoy it tonight. I hope you popped an extra ivermectin. Let's get a little crazy. Get rid of that. All right, let me get to the chat. Wherever you're at, get in the chat. I'll be with you in a second. Let me get you guys up here. There you go. You guys are up on the screen. All right. Let me say hello to everybody getting in here. We'll get started with some of this. We got a lot to cover, kinda. So let's see here. Fat Pig Lover, the Glorious Pig, and he's got his new setup. I was gonna message you back. I was really busy, Fat Pig. I hopped on Instagram for 1 minute. I did see your message. So yeah, Fat Pig has his new setup. He's got a mic, good set of headphones, probably better than these that you can see have danglies on them because they're falling apart, but they work so well and they're like fairly comfortable. They're not too tight, but I need a new pair of headphones. Santa, are you listening? Big E, welcome. So yeah, guys, we're gonna be having the Fat Pig in here more often. He's got a good setup now. Respect. Fat Pig, start your own stream. You should stream like during the day before everybody gets off of work. Before Scott Starbird, it's the Fat Pig. The Fat Pig's the Pig Pen show. Big E, Lover, welcome. Truth is Unbreakable, Dutch Duke, Kenny Powers, Lovers, Friends, Dukes, Royalty, welcome. Scott Starbird's up in here, my boy. If you're not following Scott Starbird, hit the sub or click his profile here. Go subscribe to his channel. That's our boy. Scott, I need the scoop on Alex Stein. I missed parts of your show. I had to log off a couple times and come back in. So I don't know if you gave any Stein updates, but yeah, we need to know when he's coming back with the live stuff. I was watching some of him. Well, I'm listening. That's why I didn't even realize he was part of it. It was Myron Gaines debating some like feminist bitches, and apparently this was one of these debates that I think Stein moderated recently. So yeah, somehow I missed that. We might actually watch that together on here, cover it, and see how he did moderating and stuff. I mean, from what I saw, I watched like 20 minutes of it. It was like okay, compelling, but whatever. Sometimes I do like Myron, but sometimes he does kind of get to me where he tries too much to get like style points and does end up kind of sounding retarded. Sometimes you're sitting there and you're like, okay, we get it. You're like the coolest in the room. Can you give us like an argument? Can we actually have a discussion, or are you just memeing? Sniz is in the chiz. Sniz Slizzer, welcome, lover. Truth is, you need a honeypot. Oh, careful there. The truth is unbreakable. Welcome, welcome. Which honeypot would you rather blast, Candace Owens or the Jewish chick? Which Jewish chick? You're talking about Kash Patel's girlfriend? I won't even entertain that idea because I'll get hit with a lawsuit. Bart Hutchison. Brian from Philly's up in here. What's up, lover? Jewish chicks do oral? Do they? The honeypot looks like Candace in whiteface. Fuck. That's kind of funny. Bob Cook, funny face. Eat More's up in here. What's up, guy? Oh, Sergio. What's up, Serge? What's up, guys? How's it going? What? This YouTube versus ESPN debacle is like a ship's wheel attached to a pirate's pants. What are you referring to? There's that. I think that's some news story I'm not caught up on. You know what we are caught up on is the chat. So that means we can get started here. Where should we start off? Okay. So look, Candace, we've been covering a lot of it here. There's a bunch of shit that I've missed, but I've kind of kept us in the loop with a lot of the Candace coverage, and a lot of this is compelling. What she's been releasing has been compelling. That when I first heard about the text thing with the Jewish donors, and I also there's been a few things that I've seen that she's released that I'm like, oh my God, like, is this faked? Like, did she, it's something that's kind of like actually so crazy that you go for a second, you're like, man, I wonder if she's actually destroying her reputation by sharing some screenshots from a group text that is like completely made up, and she's going to get busted. There's been a few times that she's said stuff here and there that I'm like, girl, why even, like, that's crazy. I hope you actually, I hope you're not destroying your reputation. And she pulls through with the receipts. Now, there's been a couple things. They have caught her. This is the one, and I think this is actually pretty telling here. We'll see if I think I did save a couple people sharing this and discussing it. So one of the things, and I feel like, again, this is telling when people are trying to discredit someone like Candace Owens in this kind of situation where there's there's a large like media group, TPUSA, and a Daily Wire. There's all these groups of people who are, you know, popular, powerful in the media, who are ganging up and shitting on Candace Owens. I think it's telling that when they actually go to, sorry, I was reading something, guys. When they go to discredit Candace Owens, it's telling when they are pointing out something extreme. You have to pay attention to this. When Candace has been wading through all of this shit. Some people would argue more recklessly than she maybe should, but you know what? At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Candace actually has some crazy information. She's clearly been throttling this whole time. She's just been releasing little tidbits here and there. She says she has a dead man switch, okay? Who knows if if some of this info is part of her dead man switch? I don't fucking know. If she believes any of the stuff that she's saying, she better have a dead man switch. So, but I think it's telling when people are saying Candace is evil for blaming Erika Kirk, and she said Erika Kirk killed Charlie, and then da-da-da-da-da, and Candace is a liar, and she's manipulative, and she's doing this for clout, and da-da-da. And then the videos you see going viral that are going around are a video showing that Candace criticized someone else from TPUSA or something. She criticized somebody for doing an interview and a whole like photo shoot in front of the memorial flowers and stuff at a vigil. I think that's what it was. There was some TPUSA person or somebody, you know, that was clout chasing Charlie Kirk's corpse, and they did interviews and did a photo shoot and stuff. And Candace said she thought the vibe, she said it would just seemed icky. But she said, I didn't do any interviews because I thought it wasn't a good idea. And it turns out she did do an interview. Like, I don't know when it was, within like a week or something of Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. She did do an interview, and everybody's like, oh my God, this completely discredits everything Candace Owens has ever said, because she said it was bad that this TPUSA person did an interview and a whole photo shoot in front of a bunch of flowers and candles at a vigil. She thought that was icky, but here she did an interview here. And it's like, no, Israel for sure wishes that that's how that works, but it's not. Because they caught Candace slipping up the fact that she forgot that she did an interview where, and this is the thing, I hope I did save some of this, because this is the thing too, is Charlie Kirk, people are saying Candace is full of shit and a hypocrite because of this. This is the thing. This person that she critiqued about doing an interview, they did a whole interview about Charlie Kirk and a photo shoot and everything. Candace said she thought it was icky. That I don't think is even discredited by the fact that if you look, Candace did an interview after Charlie Kirk got assassinated, but you can see there's someone saved the actual texts, the conversation between this person who interviewed her and her like agent or whoever was representing Candace. I don't think it was Candace, but regardless, the person said they were going to mention Charlie Kirk in this interview, which is funny. People are spreading these screenshots around to discredit Candace. And I'm thinking to myself, this is funny because this actually, it takes away some of the power of this. They're showing these texts, and it's the interviewer telling the agent, hey, we are going to bring up Charlie Kirk in this interview. You know, I hope that's okay. Can she answer a question? And the person replies, yeah, maybe one or two questions, but that's it. We want to, not linger on that subject, this and that. Which goes to show you, Candace Owens did this interview, which was like, if I'm understanding correctly, they covered a bunch of different topics. Charlie Kirk was just brought up in this interview for one small slice of it. So I think them releasing these messages to try to shit on Candace actually worked a little bit in her favor if you're actually paying attention here, because Candace agreed to this interview, and in the discussing the setting up of this interview, she agreed to take a couple questions about Charlie Kirk. She didn't agree to do an entire interview about Charlie Kirk with a photo shoot in front of a vigil. If I'm guys, and I don't want to be insulting here, but you need to pay attention, because they're going to try to use this to completely discredit everything, and it's bullshit. Let me get back to the chat. Big dudes, I saw there were some other people in here. Money motivates it all. Big dude, welcome. I think this might be a new name. Welcome, lover. Welcome to the chat. What does it say? Messed up Candace is making bank off of the drama. That is a fact. I mean, Candace, as long as she's streaming and she's getting viewers, yeah, she's making money. That applies to everybody. That applies to Ben Shapiro, everybody at TPUSA, except for me. I'm not monetized yet. You can help me though by hitting the subscribe button. That gets me even closer to being able to assault you guys with ads during my videos. Big Juice said, someone is paying them all. I'm assuming you meant off. The influencers have a puppet masked. I think you're saying master. Some take money from some Middle Eastern country that's not Muslim majority. Some from Iran, Russia, China. I'm hurting. I'm not taking any money. Once in a while, I'll get like a Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, few bucks, which is helpful. I have a Venmo and PayPal. I don't know why I said Cash App. I still don't have a Cash App. You need a Russian daddy. I do. Guys, just imagine. Look what I do with zero budget. Imagine what the stream would be like if I had several $100,000 per episode, like some people were getting paid, apparently, by Tenet Media on behalf of the Russians. Maybe you should mark out to Israel on your stream, Dark Match, for that Jizu money. You know, I like money and all, but there's some things that are just not worth it. If I were to sell myself, to sell out and lie and pretend that I love Israel on this stream, I may as well just do OnlyFans and jerk my dick, sell out in that sense, and do content that I'm not proud of but gets me money, and then also orgasm at the same time. That's better than sitting on here every night and pretending Israel isn't killing babies and stuff. You know, nothing against you people that support Israel and, you know, kind of ignore dead children and women. You know, everyone just does their own thing. It's all good. Okay, let me see here. Where did I save this? Oh, that's right. This is on my Facebook. That's why I had a problem here. Okay, let's get to this. So I should have this clip. This was on my Facebook, right? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Let me bring you guys over to my Facebook. So I reposted this on Facebook. I happen to see it. I don't use my Facebook that much, except to like stream and, whatever.
Again, this.
Again, I'm Ben Shapiro. Buy some gold. Let me see here. Okay. All right, cool.
This is why, I think you and I differ on our angle.
We're getting into the stuff with Candace. Ben Shapiro is going to make some claims about what Candace Owens said. Then we will take a look at some other people posting some stuff, making claims about what Candace said. We'll try to sort through it. We'll get Candace Owens's clap back from today and square it all away. Here we go.
With regard to, for example, Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay, and I say that again.
But what?
Because
like I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not. But my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erika of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
She's accusing TPUSA insiders and other members of the right wing, including Seth Dillon, of being involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk. Yes.
Okay. Like I said, I don't take in that content, which is an honest statement. I don't have time to watch.
No,
Candace's show.
I believe you. I believe you. But the point that I'm making is that
what I understand
friendship
Candace
should not, in our
doing.
business, I think it's important. Listen,
friendship
should not trump.
We don't even know each other.
I understand, but even with.
If you have to just start making stuff up out of thin air to bring people over to your side, it's because you're losing. I'll have so much more to say about that because it was particularly evil, and to just do that with a straight face because you want somebody to be on your side is just, I don't know, it feels like things are coming undone over there. But I just wanted to pop in and say that was wild. Absolutely wild that he did that in just in front of a crowd of people.
Again, this is why,
Now, maybe I should. Oh, Rainey's up in here. What's up, Rainey? Welcome. Johnny Z. DMS looks like he's wearing a furry, puffy jacket. Well, this does have. It's one of the ones with the fluffy stuff inside. But yeah, this is. I got a fur. Basically a sheet of fur. It's not a fur jacket or anything. It's actually just a part of a fabric sheet of fur that I bought to make something. We know who's paying Shapiro. Yes. And then that money is getting now funneled to TPUSA, apparently. Okay, so can I minimize this?
I think you and I differ.
Facebook, what is up? Okay, so look, this is what I put. So when I saw this clip and heard what Ben said, I was actually, I was like, man, that is crazy. This motherfucker is completely lying. Now we're going to take a look at some clips that people are sharing around. And again, this seems organized because it's like the same clip everybody is sharing. I keep seeing it on all these different pages, sharing the same fucking video. Again, doesn't mean it's necessarily organized, but it just raises my eyebrow how all of this kind of happens exactly on like the same day. Everyone gets the memo that they need to speak up about Candace Owens looking into what the fuck happened to her friend Charlie Kirk when clearly the FBI is lying. They're looking to make an this is really a possibility here. They're looking to make an example out of people like Candace Owens, who dares to ignore any kind of like polite norm of society to just like go along with whoever and what, who cares how suspicious it looks? You can't make any kind of you can't have any kind of questions. You can't have any kind of suspicions about anybody when they're mourning. And now you can't make any kind of accusations about TPUSA and the weird shit, all the weird shit that they lied about. You can't say that now because now Erika Kirk is like the head of TPUSA. So if you critique TPUSA for demonstrably lying, this is factual, provably lying about stuff, you can't critique that because now you're beating up on a widow. Is everyone that retarded, or are you just pretending to be that retarded for $7,000 a pop? I wonder. So anyway, this is what I put here. Ben Shapiro is such a weasel. These guys have been lying since Kirk got taken out. Candace never said these things. Go bomb some more children. I stand behind it. Now we're going to see what exactly they're taking issue with in some of these clips. But remember here, he said, look, the way he presented this, I'm not crazy that Candace is suspicious. Like if you got down to if you got down to brass tacks here, of course, it definitely seems like Candace Owens is suspicious of some of these TPUSA people doing suspicious things, exhibiting suspicious behavior. So she's questioning what their role is in this whole fucking thing because their behavior is weird. It's not like there's no fucking stimuli at all. There's just no reason that anyone should ever be suspicious or do any sniffing around. No, you guys have been lying and doing weird shit from the jump. All right, let me bring up my Twitter. I know I saved some of these clips on my Twitter. So Ben here claims that she said Erika Kirk, she's accusing Erika Kirk of killing her husband.
Again, this is why, I think you and I differ on our angle with regard to, for example, Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil.
Let me make sure I know exactly what his claim is here, and let's see if we hear that in the footage.
It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay, and I say that again.
But what?
Because
like I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erika of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
Yes. So Ben Shapiro just said that flat out Candace Owens is accusing Erika Kirk of murdering her husband and members of TPUSA. Now let's go see these clips that have been going around. Let's see if we see that, because this is the evidence that, God, Twitter, what is the deal? Yeah, you better not fuck me over right now, Twitter. I'll never let it down. Okay. Okay, so we got the Misfit Patriot fucking idiot. That guy reposted it. That's how you know it's complete bullshit, is if this Misfit Patriot retard posts anything. That should be a red flag that, oh my God, this is probably bullshit and I should be careful here. Okay, here we go. The retard patriot. Oh, god damn it, Twitter. It took me to a different tab. Dude, Twitter did an update now with the messaging. All right, so Misfit Patriot said, Megan Kelly, at Megan Kelly, I'm going to need you to do these 3 things in this order. Watch this video. Apologize to Ben Shapiro for publicly calling him a liar. Apologize to your audience for running cover for this fucking psychopath. I don't think this is unreasonable. Yeah, well, your eyes are also spaced wrong. Okay, so let's watch this video. And this is the video he reposted here. The caption on this says, gee, I wonder where Ben Shapiro got the idea that Candace Owens implicated Erika Kirk in Charlie Kirk's death. Implicated, huh? So we're already doing work. No. Let's keep Ben Shapiro's. Let's keep his true words. Don't misquote him here. We're already, guys, that's a bad sign. We're already doing work here with the language saying, oh, she implicated him. Yeah, because everybody knows Candace Owens never flat out said that Erika Kirk killed him. What she's been doing this whole time and I haven't watched this compilation we're about to play. I'm reacting to this in real time. So guys, it's a possibility there are some clips that Candace Owens has maybe said some somewhat more reckless shit. My thing is, it's going to take a lot. I'm going to be honest here. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take something extremely unforgivable and reckless for Candace to say, for me to condemn her, because so far everything that I've shared and reviewed on my channel has been Candace across the board looking at anomalies and suspicious things that are tied to this whole Charlie Kirk incident. I have never heard her be so reckless as to flat out accuse any of these people of, directly of killing him. I know that the one clip that I have seen was where the closest that I've seen of her being extremely reckless is where she said, oh, this is what they do when they kill. And she was referring to the feds and the Trump administration. She's like, oh, well, this is what they do. This is classic what they do. And when they kill you, they give you a street name. Because that's what happened. Martin Luther King, I think people did have suspicions before, but we didn't know until, didn't they declassify that the FBI was involved in killing MLK? And so she was referencing that. And she's like, oh, well, this is, it's a bad sign when they're giving you a street name. That's how it was the feds or whatever that your own government killed you, is when they kill you off, they give you a street named after you. That is the closest I've seen to her kind of pushing it, of actually directly accusing people. And anyone that watches that should know she's being a little bit tongue-in-cheek. She's not saying, I know that they killed him because they gave him a street name. This is what I'm saying. We're getting to this point with some of these subjects where they just don't want you to be able to have a discussion about it. Even though I was someone that supported Trump, I would never try to tell people that they can't compare him to Hitler or say that they think he's a Nazi. I want to be able to have adult conversations where we might have to discuss controversial shit, as long as we can all agree to fucking not be violent or have direct, real calls to violence, not jokes like saying F the Jays. But they don't want us to have whoever they is. You could speculate on who that is, but we're not supposed to be having open conversations about this. A lot of people seem to just not want that because someone's widow might cry. Just, she might start padding her tears with the several $100 bills that she gets through Ben Shapiro now. That breaks my heart. We can't ask any questions, guys, because someone's Charlie Kirk's widow might cry if we actually get down to the truth of what happened. Oh no. Let's ignore the fact that the FBI is fucking lying because it might make Erika Kirk cry. Holy fuck. Please have some self-respect. Okay, I'm going to go down here. Let's watch this compilation. Again, this is the compilation of people saying, look, she did accuse. This is the compilation defending Ben Shapiro's accusation that he claims Candace Owens accused Erika Kirk of killing her husband. So we're going to be listening for that. Is everybody listening?
Realizing that nothing in Charlie's life was real. It's just something that keeps me up at night. Just nothing in his life was real. Like, everyone's just like, oh, let's just move on. It's so crazy to want to figure out what happened. Let's just start issuing gag orders. And the way to honor him is to give money. I don't know. There's just something really sick and demonic about the entire thing. It's looking to me.
Guys, when they start off with weak sauce like that and some music, you're adding scary music to a fucking flop of a clip. They're fucked, guys. We're not about to hear her say that Erika Kirk killed her husband. These are the clips that are supposed to justify all of this hatred from Ben Shapiro, claiming Candace Owens said Charlie Kirk's husband, or Kirk's his husband, his wife killed him. And we're already off to a bad start. I'm telling you, when it starts like that, he was betrayed by everyone. This is what they're about to do. I can tell. I have not watched this. I truly have not. I can tell what they're about to do is play a bunch of clips and try to make you do math to add all these things up together, that he or she insinuates this. And if you add that together with her insinuating this here, and then she said she was suspicious of this, you add all that together, and that means she thinks Erika Kirk killed Charlie Kirk. She was the sniper. That's what's about to happen here.
Like, the apparent plan was to assassinate Charlie Kirk, who had at long last faltered on the pro-Israel cause. Okay, his words, not mine. And then to stage a hostile takeover of his brand and of his legacy.
Turning Point USA,
Wow, I didn't hear it in that clip either, guys. So we're 2 clips in. You'd think if they had her saying that Erika Kirk killed him, you'd think they'd just come right out and show us the clip. But here we are. We're 3 clips in now and have not heard it. Let's keep going. Let's keep trekking through this, guys. Lock in here, because it might be slipped in. It might be a subliminal message. In fact, one of these Candace Owens clips, I think we're going to have to play it backwards. And when you play it backwards, she says, Erika Kirk killed Charlie. Erika Kirk killed Charlie.
conservative grassroots organization co-founded by Kirk, announcing his widow Erika will take over as the group's CEO.
There's 2 things happening here. There's a widow, and then there is the chairman and the CEO, and she has assumed that role, okay? So criticisms pertaining to anything at Turning Point USA that are being directed at Erika are fair. Yeah, I'm putting the fire here right at the feet of Turning Point because I am disgusted. I am genuinely disgusted. I am looking around and wondering whether
this is clip number 5, guys. Are we counting here? Clip number 5, where they're justifying Ben Shapiro's claim that she said Erika Kirk killed Charlie, and still no clip of her having said that. Clip number 5 we're on right now. Still, we're 0-5 for Ben Shapiro's 5'6" Dumbass.
Charlie's entire life was the Truman Show. None of you guys are behaving in the way that you should be behaving. But I'm starting to think that the assassination of Charlie Kirk was something akin to a regicide, right? The assassination of a king to install a new ruler who the king would have never approved of.
He left me a blueprint in all of his journals.
This is, and remember, this is someone else editing this too. This is somebody else editing this to make it look like she's directly talking about Erika Kirk this whole time. Guys, we've been watching. She's been speculating about everybody because she is looking at a whole mess of data and wading through it all and seeing all of these fucking anomalies on the way these TPUSA members were acting, removing SD cards for bullshit reasons, and lying about Charlie Kirk's opinions towards Israel, and all of this bullshit. They've been lying. Josh Hammer was on the text message. He was in the text group where Charlie Kirk was saying he could no longer support Israel. And fuck the Jewish donors. Josh Hammer was on that text group and came out saying that Charlie Kirk died supporting Israel. Don't be mad at us for talking about you lying and saying we're beating up on a widow. You people are retarded. I'm so sick of it. Is it social media? Is it the fluoride in the water? Why is everyone fucking stupid?
But more so than that, I was his vault for literally everything. He shared everything with me, his vision, his dreams.
In the event of his untimely death, like, you know, he just, in the third notebook, he was like, oh, and if I accidentally get shot on campus, here's what you should do. Call Erika, and then after you call Erika, come find this notebook. And in this notebook, you'll see that I am using adjectives like fantastic and heroic to describe Mikey McCoy.
My husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy.
Why are you doing that? Why do I feel like you're trying to program me? And if during this process of our imagination, common sense comes on and we're like, oh, but wait, Charlie, wasn't he like a boy genius? He's a pretty bright kid. Wouldn't he have maybe formalized that succession plan outside of like a diary? Maybe call one of his many lawyers? Maybe formalize it in a will? Because that's what you're supposed to do if you are thinking about dying and you need to make a plan. You make a will. I'm sure he had a will, but no, he wanted to put it in these notebooks. And then the plan was to guilt us, I think, to try to haunt us with the ghost of Charlie's notebooks that we're never going to be allowed to read, but we're supposed to accept that.
She's totally right. Where the fuck is she wrong here? You think they're going to ever show us these notebooks where it says, I want my wife to host my show now and not shed one single tear, but to dab her face with tissues as if she's crying? We're never going to see that page of the notebook. BW, thank you. I appreciate that. Walter Dark Knight. No, so bro, this is like, it's disappointing, man. I mean, this is disappointing. You know, this is why I'm gonna be suspicious of all of these accounts that are talking about this as an opponent of Candace Owens and a proponent of Ben Shapiro. I'm sure half of you guys got your checks. I hope you did. I hope the $7,000 is worth it to completely trash your credibility, because Candace Owens dares to call out liars. I hope that $7,000 is worth it. I hope you're not doing it for free. I hope you're not actually this stupid as to pretend she's crossed the line in any of these clips based on the information that she shows in every time she talks about this. I've never seen Candace go completely out of line with something.
That they most definitely read, like for sure. That's what it feels like. I am told that these people believe the official narrative. Lone shooter. No one else involved, just a crazy guy with too many pronouns in his bio.
To have seen the autopsy report.
Moon! What's up, Moon? Lovers up in here. Moonlight Vibe. Did I say... So, yeah, I did. I caught, like, the last... When does she go on? I think I started watching at around 5:15, so I caught a lot of it. I'm going to play a clip. I did save some timestamps. So, yeah, we're going to get to that because it is funny. I'm going to show a little bit of her response to some of this shit. Bro, I am full on, and I didn't want to be. You guys know I've been critical of Candace a bunch of times in the past. She's not without faults, but I am full Team Candace right now because no one else knows how to act. You're all pretending we can't ask any reasonable questions because the head of TPUSA, who is now Erika Kirk, she's too sensitive to deal with these hard-hitting questions. Guys, like, come on. Please, everybody stop. Cash your fucking checks.
You have seen the different evidence portions that have been collected. I trust our team.
Hey, 1963 called and they want...
I'm never going to take this back. I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. I don't care what Candace has or hasn't said. If you can't tell that Erika Kirk is acting, you're so off. You're not like attached to reality. You are mentally detached. I'm sorry. And to a degree you are. If you cannot tell the fake Mikey McCoy, the wonderful Mikey McCoy, if you guys can't tell, it's like, it's one of those things. It's like either you can see that the sky is blue or you can't. It's one of those things like, you want me to debate you on how the sky is blue? You want me to explain it. It's like you see it or you don't. And if you don't see it, that's okay. But the adults are going to move on and have a conversation. You sit in your fucking playroom and play with toys, jerk yourself off, whatever the fuck you want to do. The rest of us are going to have a fucking conversation about the facts because you're too offended by us speculating about weird shit throughout this whole case. Non-stop from day one, weird anomalies and bullshit through this whole fucking Charlie Kirk thing. And we can't talk about it because Erika Kirk's going to cry some more fake tears.
Their narrative back. All that's missing from the story is a grassy knoll, right? Just need a grassy knoll. Anyways, back at headquarters, I am told it's business as usual. And it's kind of giving me like, I don't know, LBJ when he gets sworn in that famous picture. Unfortunately, sworn in. Unfortunately, of course, he's sad in this photo. Gosh, he's obviously not wanting to be the president of the United States.
Guys, I need to hit this bowl. I'm sorry. That's what it is. I'm getting too excited here. I need to... Even though this is just CBD, it's not going to have any kind of psychoactive effect on me, and it's completely legal.
JFK was shot and killed, and now LBJ has to step up, unfortunately. But I gotta be honest, I wasn't there. I don't think LBJ was actually that upset. I don't know why. Vibes. The vibes just aren't vibing for me in that picture, but maybe he was. Maybe the truth is that LBJ simply, to use an expression, had his wits about him. it becomes clearer and clearer. It just screams at me that this was an inside job, okay?
Wow, guys. Yeah, I lost track of how many clips, and please tell me in the chat. Somebody, can you give me a timestamp? Because I must have missed it. But for some reason, I don't remember seeing the clip where she said Erika Kirk killed her husband. Can somebody in the chat please give me a timestamp? Does anybody know? Please tell me where that was. It must have been when I was hitting the bowl and I blacked out, even though I'm just smoking CBD and it's not psychoactive. I must have blacked out when they showed the clip where Candace Owens said Erika Kirk killed her husband. That's very funny. That's weird. But I'm not going to go back and play it because I know it's not in there. Okay, so let's see here. Where do we go? Let me get you guys down from this because I don't want to show you everything else I got saved right now. Oh God, that's CBD. Oh my God. That's some really strong CBD. Okay. So yeah, Misfit Patriot. No, you're a fucking retard. And Megyn Kelly doesn't need to apologize for anything. You are about as stupid as anyone could possibly be. Your Twitter feed is beyond retarded. And yeah. All right, so let me okay. Let me show you. So this is what I'm pretty sure this video is what we just watched. I just want to break this down just so there's no room to to say, oh, well, no, you use this kind of logic and that'll get you to believe, whatever. Hold on. So that was the wrong tab. Again, Twitter has changed things up on me here. Okay. Let me go down to the bottom corner so you can see as much of this as possible. Get rid of this. Okay. So this is from Jews Fight Back. Sounds like a really, really cool Twitter page. Sounds awesome. So Megyn Kelly said Ben Shapiro lied when he said Candace Owens. No. Implied. Guys, look at this. This is what I'm talking about. It's so subtle. It is so subtle when people, they do incredible legwork by just slightly tweaking quotes. You have to be just so careful reading because you can argue you can argue many things are implied when someone says something and you're getting information out of it that isn't there on the surface. You can argue all kinds of things are implied. Ben Shapiro said Candace Owens accused Erika Kirk of murdering her husband. The problem is that number one, it's not true. She did not say anything close to those words. And the whole time, she has been looking at all of these different anomalies and focusing on each one of them. And the way that we watch that video, these people have tied all these anomalies together and edited them to make it look like the whole time she's talking about Erika Kirk. There's clips in there where she's just talking about other people at TPUSA and fucking what's his name, the Josh Hammer guy or whatever, who I think was technically not even a member of TPUSA. I don't even know. But dude, she's talked about 100 different people during this. And for Ben Shapiro just to extrapolate that, oh, she is trying to tell her audience that Erika Kirk killed him. Bro, that has never been the case. She's looking at all these anomalies and saying, we need to have answers for this. If you are the kind of person who is taking it to the extreme and extrapolating it, that is on you. It's not Candace Owens' fault that you are reading into something what she is not directly telling you. If she was sure that Erika Kirk did it, I am sure that she would come out and say that directly. I would not doubt that she would do that if she thought she had the evidence. If she doesn't have the direct evidence, she's showing you all of these things that look suspicious. What is wrong with that? She's saying this looks like he got taken out from like the inside or something, because there's all of this weird shit happening. She wouldn't have to speculate about your behavior if you weren't lying. If it wasn't bullshit from day one from you people, there would be no Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk coverage. It's your fault. Let me go down here. So let's read this. This is how this is the logic here. So let's follow this train. Okay. I can't believe I have to spell this out. Candace Owens has said Turning Point is engaged in a cover-up. Okay. So does that necessarily mean that they killed him? No, there could be some other weird, shady shit going on that they're trying to cover for. There could be some, in terms of who killed Kirk, there could be things that are trivial in terms of who the real killer is, that they are trying to cover up, and it looks bad, but it's not because they were involved in him getting killed. They might be trying to hide something else. Like, this is the problem, is there other people are doing this math to do like the most fucked up interpretation of it. They're lying about the phone calls. They are lying about the phone calls. They are lying about the phone calls. She is right. So here they're taking issue with the fact that she is pointing out indisputable facts that they're lying about the phone calls. It's on video where he says, right when Charlie got killed, I called so-and-so, and he already had the number dialed. All he did is put the phone up to his ear and start talking right when he got shot. There's something up with that. That's not Candace's fault that you are on video doing that. Okay, let's go to point number 3 here. They were lying about the phone calls. This is a Candace Owens quote. Yes, they were lying, and she said that. Big fucking deal. It was a hostile takeover. Well, you know, it's kind of funny when all you people are lying about Charlie Kirk's opinions about Israel and taking donations from Ben Shapiro and all this stuff. It doesn't look weird at all, does it, huh? Erika Kirk is the CEO of Turning Point. If Turning Point is engaged in a cover-up, basic logic says that includes her. Yeah, so now they're saying, oh, well, you just have to logically follow this frame of mind here that no. You said that Candace claimed Erika Kirk killed Charlie Kirk. We don't have that. This is all weak sauce. Weak. Stupid. Baby, dumb, smooth baby brain logic. Candace Owens brought up the call to Erika Kirk that happened within a minute of the shooting, then said they're lying about the phone calls. Yeah, if it was, isn't it McCoy, Mikey McCoy, or whoever the fuck it was Charlie Kirk's right-hand man? There's something up with the phone calls, dude. He gets on the phone and you see in the video, he already has some kind of fucking number dialed and walks away. Not like he's scared he's going to get shot. Not like the same body language every other fucking person had, that they were scared and confused. He just puts his phone to his ear and sort of walks away like he's not in a rush at all. Sorry, that looks weird. That's on you. That's on you that looks weird. That's your behavior. Okay. Again, the accusations directly implicates Erika. Yeah, well, sounds like you guys feel a little guilty here. Erika is also the one who released the Charlie's journals, the same journals Candace now casts doubt on. Yeah, why wouldn't we? She's taking over his company and claiming that she's doing everything he told her. And it all looks suspicious. Of course, we have doubts, yes. So, so far, guys, we're Ben Shapiro is like 0-50. I don't know how many clips and bullshit points that people have brought up that don't prove anything, but yeah. We got nothing. We got a big nothing burger, and people pretending that they're dunking on Megyn Kelly when they're not. Strange times we're in, guys, right now. Strange times. Let me drop this real quick. All right, should I go to, it's 9/11, RIP, never forget. Okay, I'll bring up the YouTube channel video. This is from today. This is Candace Owens's newest, most freshest clapback. Is it going to show me? Okay, good. Here we go. Kenny said Blair Witch got me too. Bro, Blair Witch was fucking crazy. I thought that shit was real when I was a kid too. Blair Witch was kind of cool though. I did like the first Blair Witch. All right. Here, drop that. Get you guys over here.
All right, you guys.
Let me see. Oh, well, I didn't see this part. Yeah, so I came in at about 15 minutes or something. Oh, who's this? Dave Rubin? We'll check some of this out. Megyn Kelly clarifies the record. Okay, so we'll look at some of this because I didn't see this from her show today, but I'm looking for a part. Damn, she looks like she gets into some interesting. She got a Tucker Carlson clip. I have no clue what she got into with this. Let me see. Okay, so this is the part that I saved around here. Turning Point Lies. So we got a little bit of clapback. Let's go ahead and start around here where she's saying Megyn Kelly clarifies whatever, because I'm intrigued. I want to see this.
Okay, I'm excited for today, for the rest of the week, because we have got some very interesting updates for you in the Charlie Kirk assassination, the assassination that seems to have broken the brains of Zionists. They are not acting right. Can we all agree? Zionists are not acting right. They are panicking so much that they randomly sent Ben Shapiro out into the daylight. And that, my friends, like I said, is a move, okay? Cersei would
nice.
Never send Joffrey Lannister into battle, right? And they just went ahead and did that. And he lied to Megyn Kelly's face. It is never a good idea to lie, full stop. Definitely not a good idea to lie to a woman's face.
Kenny, yeah, I know you guys are way off in chat. I like to get in on some Blair Witch talk, though. Do you mind? Do you mind if I join in the conversations happening in the chat, in my own chat that I can't control? I have a moderator, and I told him basically do nothing. You're just for show to keep people on their toes, scared that they might get banned, but they won't. Fire in the Sky is another one that creeped me out. So Fire in the Sky, I think I have seen it all the way through, but I was really, really baked or on acid or something. But Fire in the Sky is a decent alien movie. That shit is legitimately scary. But though I found Fire in the Sky, I didn't know about that back any time or near when it was released. I actually saw, what's it called? There's a YouTube video. It's a Tool music video for the song Rosetta Stone. That's what it is. Struggling to remember the song name. Rosetta Stone, which is like a 13-minute song by Tool. It's something like 12 minutes or something. It's really good, though. And the videos, it's a fan-made video. Someone took clips from Fire in the Sky, which shows like alien abduction and stuff like that. And it shows the aliens doing experiments on them. And it's a fucking Tool song playing with the clips of that movie. And I saw that just floating around on the internet like 10 years ago. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And yeah, that movie's pretty wild. But it's even, let me tell you, Kenny, if you like that movie, go look up Tool. Actually, I'll pull it up real quick. I'll just show you let me see. Ooh, how did it know I was going to look for Rosetta Stone? Bro, let me show you. Let me show you what got me on the Fire in the Sky. Where is it? This ain't it. That's not it. Oh my God, did they get rid of the video? Is it gone? Bro, there was I think something happened with that video. Oh yeah, see, look, someone else, Fire in the Sky. Okay. Oh, here we go. 1 year ago. No, this isn't right. The fat pig calling through my Instagram. Hold on a second, lovers. We got the fat pig calling in. Let me get you guys. Fuck, I got to get you guys on the right screen. Here we go.
No, and I'll come on proper.
Send you an email. What?
Yeah, like you did the other time, you stupid fuck.
You're on right now, you stupid fuck.
Yeah, I don't want to be on this way. I'd rather go on camera. Just send me a fucking email. If not, I'll go away.
Okay, well, hold on. One more thing. He knew it was coming. I wanted to hang up on him. Bastard. Send me an email. Motherfucker. What does he think this is? All right. Let's send this pig an email. The fuck was his goddamn... What's his email address? Okay. All right, I sent the damn email. We'll see if the fat pig calls in here. Where were we? Oh, yeah, we were on Candace Owens. Bro, Fat Pig is about to... I'm like balls deep in Candace Owens crap, and Fat Pig is about to slam the e-brake on this. Where were we? Oh, that's not the right tab. Okay. All right, let's see if the fat pig calls in. We'll get into this if he calls in. If he gets through here, we'll chat with the pig.
And definitely not a good idea to lie to her face and try to humiliate her on her own tour. I personally would have strongly advised against it, okay? If somebody said, is this a good idea? I would have said, you know what, let's maybe not do that. But it happened. And it's important to stress here that this was not just a simple mistake that Ben made, right? That's always a possibility that Ben really thought maybe he's backstage and sees something on Twitter and somebody said, Candace just said that Erika Kirk murdered Charlie, and then he gets on stage and he repeats it. Maybe it's just an accident. Highly unlikely, but of course you have to run that plausibility. But we can now confirm that certainly was not the case. This was not a simple mistake because in the days following it, he didn't recant. He did not modify. He did not correct. He has a platform. He could have just come out and said, I got the details wrong. Nope. This was a premeditated and a post-meditated lie, okay? Intended to morally blackmail Meghan into a position to decide right now on the spot whether you are going to stand with evil Candace, who was accusing Erika Kirk of murdering her own husband. And that lie backfired gloriously, by the way. I think if it had been any other person, like if it was not Meghan Kelly who was sitting across from Ben, his strategy would have worked. That was high pressure, peer pressure. she happens to be extraordinarily media trained, and she didn't buck. Okay, she looked uncomfortable, but she did.
You know what? Good on Megyn Kelly. I lost respect for Megyn Kelly because she interviewed James Alefantis and basically helped the fucking weirdos that are associated with that pizza theory. Megyn Kelly basically helped those people by giving James Alefantis a complete softball interview where she just let him spew bullshit and have no legitimate counter arguments or counterpoints to anything he said. You know, so she, like, I've always had a very much a lack of respect for Megyn Kelly because she was a part of that. And we could even take a look at that someday on here, guys, but we got to be careful with that, with that kind of stuff. We really do. We don't want to, you know, we don't want to ruin the momentum we're kind of getting here. So, but anyway, you know what, respect to Megyn Kelly. If she really is, like, you know, if she's not playing some role here, if she's actually legitimately just not buckling under the 130 pounds of pressure that is Ben Shapiro, 5'6".
Not bend to his will. She kind of just moved along and said some stuff about Tucker, asked again, like, are you sure she said that? And he says, yes, she said that. And then she found out, obviously, that I did not say that. And the following night of her tour, during a Q&A section, somebody named Josh stepped up and asked her about that moment. And here's what Megyn Kelly said.
It's time to ask more of our...
Wow, cool, guys. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this clip at all, the Megyn Kelly clip. So I'm intrigued.
Browser.
I'm glad we checked in on this, the beginning of the video here.
Hey, Copilot, adjust all these recipes for 7 guests and combine them.
Hi, Megan.
Hi.
My name is Joshua. My question is, during a recent stop, you had Ben Shapiro as a guest, and he had made some claims about Candace, saying that she had said certain things online, and when he made those claims, you looked visibly uncomfortable because, you know, you hadn't heard that and couldn't verify that. So my question is, why did you look so uncomfortable in that moment, and have you researched the claims that he made since?
Thank you for that. Yeah, no, he said that Candace has been claiming Erika Kirk was behind the murder of Charlie, which I had not heard, and I was taken aback because that seems like something I would have heard. It's so crazy. And I have since learned it is not true. Candace has not made that claim. And in fact, I've now seen several clips of Candace specifically defending Erika Kirk and saying she would never make a claim like that about Erika, and that she, you know, she is open-minded to other people at Turning Point. That's obvious. She's been making that point. I had heard that point. But she's specifically been defending Erika Kirk, and she's been saying she does not think that of Erika. And in fact, if you read her comments, she's under pressure to make comments about Erika. And so far, what I've seen, she hasn't. So thank you for that question.
And I'll tell you right now, Megyn was not done. And I will say this, even if I remove myself from a situation, it is actually the most disrespectful thing that you can do to someone that you purport to be friends with or friendly with. I can't even imagine that. Like, hey, will you join me on stage? I really like you and I'm on tour and I'd love to have you on stage for a discussion. And then this person starts coming after me and questioning my moral compass. Really process that. That's just not cool beyond anything else. So I was pretty dumbfounded when Dave...
Bro, that isn't. This is Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is being that one friend you have that, you know, you invite them to your house and you're being cordial with them and stuff, and they use it as an opportunity to try to, like, get you to not be friends with somebody else or something. You know, Ben Shapiro is that one friend that you're just like, okay, well, now I don't want to be friends with you because you're pressuring me to hate somebody else, and your reasoning for that is actually quite flawed. BDL's up in here. Blummels, lover, welcome. What's up, bro? Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I appreciate all you guys stopping by. Please smash the like button for me, for real. It's a struggle on here, guys. It's a struggle stream.
Rubin weighed in on the matter, and he called what Ben did, effectively trying to humiliate Megyn on her own stage. He referred to it as almost an act of bravery. Take a listen to what Dave Rubin says.
All right. First off, again, like, I know I guess I'm glazing Ben right now, but he deserves it. It is not easy to go onto someone else's show in general when it's not a live audience and criticize them, but it's really not easy to do it when you're in front of thousands of people. I don't know how many people are at those shows, but it's certainly thousands. You can add it to me. When thousands of people are there to watch Megyn, and then you have to criticize her a little bit. And he did it absolutely respectfully, and I think he did it properly. Listen, I don't care. Look, you can tell I don't really want to talk about Tucker. I certainly don't want to talk about this Nick guy, but sometimes these things just hit you in the desk, and I agree with Ben. Like, I have a job to do, and if I don't address the things sometimes that I don't want to, then I'm probably not very good at my job, and you should watch another show. I don't really want to talk about Candace. We were great friends for a long time. She has been to this house for dinner. She loves chicken parm.
Well, I can fact check true. I have been to his house for dinner, and I do really love chicken parm, and I had a good one at his house. I will say that. I'm not going to front. But the other part that he's saying here, I don't know what happens in your Zionist where you just on this one topic, and this was what it was with Dave Rubin, and why I had to stop being friends with him or friendly with him, is like they just don't know what it actually means to be a good friend. You do not, when you are invited to join somebody on stage, prepare a lie, right? Present them with a lie and try to peer pressure them in front of their own fans. That's like, there are a million things that can happen before that ever comes to it. She did not invite him to have a debate. She invited him to come on her tour and to introduce, to have him in front of her audience and to have a conversation.
Bro, and he's the one that fucking brought up Candace Owens, and it'd be different. It'd be all fair game if Megyn Kelly even mentioned Candace Owens or alluded to her at all. But Ben Shapiro just goes like, hey, well, Candace Owens, I mean, you're friends with her, even though she accused Erika Kirk of being a murderer, which isn't true.
About their values. It's just not the right place, not the right time. And it really just shows that you're not a good person, because she probably went backstage, okay, and said hello to him, was all friendly. If you want to take her to the side and said, hey, I wanted to have a face-to-face conversation with you, that's how like regular people would handle something like that. Not try to humiliate you on your own stage. That's just going to make Megyn upset. And Megyn does eventually do what I do when I get mad. I double down on the truth, right? That is what I sentence people to, more truth. And it's fantastic to just be able to share more truth. And you don't have to be vengeful. You can just share more truth, and it's deeply upsetting to them. And that's what she does. She was literally trending all weekend. This video that she shared was incredibly interesting, because you will recall that after Charlie died, there was basically just me, Tucker, and Megyn that were trying to say, hey, something like was going on, and he was feeling a lot of peer pressure in the weeks leading up to his death, and Zionists were claiming that's all a lie, and Tucker was like, no. Charlie asked me explicitly in July to go on stage and to go after Israel, trying to drag us into the Iran war, and I was talking to him about Jeffrey Epstein, and I was saying to Charlie, I won't do it, and Charlie wanted me to do it, right? And the Zionist said that he was lying. I'm going to refresh your memory here and let you listen to what Tucker claimed that they then said was a lie.
Before that speech that I gave in July, we had a conversation about this backstage right before I went on. And I was fulminating and getting all red in the face like I often do, to my shame. And I was mad thinking about this and thinking about the effort by the neocons in the United States to draw us in to another forever war with Iran. Not a defense of Iran, of course. It's merely an acknowledgement that we've done this before. This happened in Iraq, which we entered into at the behest of those same foreign policy strategists. And it didn't work. And so I was going on at some length backstage with Charlie, and I said, probably not going to talk about that. I'm not going to torture you. I know your donors hate this when I say that. And also Epstein was in the news, and it was clear to me that Epstein's probably not like a Mossad agent or something, but Epstein clearly had contact with Israeli intelligence and American intelligence and French intelligence, but the only one you're not allowed to talk about is Israeli intelligence. But it seemed true to me, and I had done some work on that. I knew a bunch of people pretty close to that story, so I thought that. And I said that to Charlie, and I said, but I'm not going to say that because I don't want to make your donors mad. I know it's just going to be like an endless flurry of text telling you to stop or you're going to lose a bunch of funding. And he looked at me, I'll never forget it, and said, go all the way. Do it. Go all the way. I said, man, a lot of things I can talk about. I don't need to talk about that. And he said, do it.
Man, I feel bad for, I say this almost every night we cover any of this Charlie Kirk shit, but as all of the info has been slowly trickling out of Candace Owens's podcast, all of the fucking Israel info, I just gotta say, Charlie Kirk was like, Charlie was the GOAT. It's fucked up, man. I was so critical of him, not hateful, but I talked a little shit. I was critical of his ideas and also the size of his teeth compared to, his face. There was a few jokes made, okay? But, I always appreciated that he was a person open to a debate and an exchange of ideas and stuff. And even though sometimes I maybe didn't agree with some of the way he did it and some of his viewpoints, it's like I feel bad. Not that I take anything back, but it's just I feel it's so bad that I didn't realize how he was starting to notice certain things and sort of coming around on certain issues. And all the clips that we were discussing on here were, a little bit older. Where the dancing Israeli Groyper clip with him and all that other shit it's fairly old. I don't keep up with Charlie that much. The last clip that I remember him doing a little bit of defense for Israel was that Iraq veteran that came up and mentioned 9/11 and stuff. And I don't know. That made me sort of feel like he was still kind of playing defense for Israel a little bit, but yeah, man, I don't know. From the looks of things now, it's like fuck. It sounds like Charlie Kirk was kind of like understanding what some people's issues that they take with that country. Cool.
Yeah, like I said, they tried to bury Charlie in a yarmulke, and we were telling you, no, he had a change of heart towards the end. And I was telling you that Turning Point had captured that. They were all mic'd, okay? So Turning Point captured that, and they could have easily released it to give me a little bit of backup, but of course that wasn't going to come from them. Well, just my luck and Tucker's luck, Megyn Kelly actually caught very quickly, maybe it looks like maybe her assistant's backstage, I don't know the backstory here, but she was in that discussion, which I had not heard before, and she reveals very quickly, you were going to hear Charlie say that Tucker should go for it. So this is what Megyn Kelly released on her show yesterday, and you should go watch the full episode. Take a listen.
I found a video of me.
No way. No way. They found this clip.
Tucker and Charlie speaking backstage right before Tucker went out. Tucker and I were talking. Charlie came over and interrupted for just a second. And you can hear him on this tape, which I've listened to many times. It's very clear on my phone, less clear here probably as we play it. But he says to Tucker, go Max. He interrupts the conversation because he has to say to Tucker something. And what was so important to him to tell Tucker was, go Max. Here it is.
Hold on. Let's slow this back down. 12:49.
Go Max. He interrupts the conversation because he has to say to Tucker something. And what was so important to him to tell Tucker was, go Max. Here it is.
Go Max.
It's quick. It just happens to be on tape. And it backs up what Tucker said.
Well, Charlie, we're going Max now, okay? Because Tucker told the truth. He had a conversation with Charlie about everything, and Charlie wanted him to go hard. Now Megan's adding to it. He even interrupted right before he hit the stage and said, go Max, because because Charlie was done with these donors. He was done with them. He really was. And I can tell you another story about which donor was waiting for him once Tucker got off stage and yelled at Charlie. That was a female Jewish donor. And I will be outing her later because I don't care about anything right now. Anyways, point being is we were telling the truth, and we have been facing so much peer pressure, so much nastiness for just trying to get out the true narrative about where Charlie's headspace was at before he died. And my favorite part of all of this now is watching them lose. The people who tried with all of the money in the world to artificially direct the markets toward them after Charlie died.
Against the grain. Wait, what is it? Shit, I scrolled past. Against the grain, Maine. Love candy. Yeah, I appreciate some Candace Owens right now. She's gaining GOAT status at the moment. She's cooking. Chef Candace. Thanks for joining us against the grain. I think that's a new person. Welcome to the channel. Please look, if you have some issues with Candace and you want to express it in the chat, go for it. I'm not here to just wholeheartedly, without reason, just support somebody. If you have some real problems with something she said or something, we can talk about it. We can talk about tell me which ad that popped up during this video, which one you liked more. Capital One Business? Ooh.
Are losing, okay? The people who sold t-shirts, who got on stage and said they were Charlie's favorite pastor, America's pastor, I'm going to take over for Charlie. And people who use their connections, their wealth to get themselves almost invited to be a part of Charlie Kirk's legacy. People that didn't even support Charlie Kirk while he was alive. The people who rushed to lie about me and Charlie's relationship, as close as we were. You guys are losing. I want you to know that because turns out the market is smarter than you are. I go back to that Taylor Lorenz tweet early on. She's a hardcore lefty, yet in the immediate aftermath of Charlie's death, she said.
Okay, so she's starting to cook here. We're getting to the list of lies. If you can see me scrolling at the bottom of the video there, we're getting to the part that I saved. We'll get through this. Maybe the fat pig will call in. Like, Pig, if you're... let me get down to the... Pig's still in here. Oh, you're waiting backstage? Oh, no, I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't see you down here. Bro, you're the first person I've used this with. Hello, we got the fat pig. Can you hear me?
You're a fucking idiot.
Motherfucker. I'm streaming.
You're attempting to, at least.
I'm trying to stream here.
Yeah.
I thought you got mad at me and just decided not to call in. I didn't realize.
No, I've been sitting back here for 15 fucking minutes.
Well, you should also know that when I don't know what you see on here when I got you on here, but when I'm reviewing a video, typically, I mean, I switch back and forth, but I'm not like sitting on the homepage where I could see you backstage.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't see you there. No disrespect. Lover, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match. Steve, how you doing? What's up?
No, thanks for having me. I was just watching the video while I was waiting of the anti-Semitic cunt that you had on. That's a great video.
Who?
Candace Owens. I can't fucking stand her.
Why do you say she's anti-Semitic?
Her comments.
Oh, don't give me that. Her comments, huh? You sound like Ben Shapiro, you little bitch. You sound like a.
I'll give it to you. You're more anti-Semitic than
100,
she is.
130 pound twinkish Jew is what you sound like.
Oh God, you're worse than she is with that shit.
I didn't say that was a bad thing. I just said that's what you sound like. You see, you get it all twisted, man. This is the problem. People just read into things too much.
No, see, Steve, you get it twisted.
Huh?
You get it twisted. You get it twisted like a hot pretzel with no hot cheese sauce to dip it in.
I prefer. What did they used to have at Annie Ann's? I never used to get the cheese on a pretzel with the dipping sauces at the mall. I used to do all the other ones, the caramel, and what else did they have? I forget.
I only say that because I heard a black kid say that on an episode of Cops. I thought it was clever.
Yeah, well, I bet it sounded a lot cooler when he said it. So anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
You call in to talk about pretzels, or you have Candace stuff, or what? Just want to tell me you hate Candace Owens?
No, just the show in general. God, you always love to put me on the spot. You're such a dick. You don't know how to bounce off of people.
Well, it's like pulling teeth sometimes.
No, you pull the fucking Jake break every time.
That's you pulling.
You just freeze.
I freeze.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, Fat Pig is called in. So what are you calling, bro? You're saying I put you on the spot? Don't like. Do you not see where this is like slowing the pace? I thought you were like call in and be like, oh yeah, I want to talk about whatever, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna like smoke a cigarette and then and tell you that you don't know how to host.
Yeah, I totally fucked it up. It's my bad.
Okay, good. As long as that's clear.
All right. Love you, doll. Thanks for having me.
You're leaving me?
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna fuck all with this.
If what? Lover, what's wrong? Did you want to talk shit about Candace Owens? What's up, lover?
No, you just threw me off and I'm high as shit. I don't know.
Well, I wish I was high, but unfortunately all I have is CBD weed here. I just keep smoking this. Hold on. See, it's CBD. It does nothing to me.
I'm nervous because Kenny Powers is watching.
Yeah, it makes me nervous in the chat.
Yeah, I get like
that's nerve-wracking. But yeah, I hope you remember, Kenny, I don't think you've been very good about obeying the rules here of not being funny in my chat. That's one of the rules. Kenny just says all the funny shit he wants in my chat. The rule is if you think of something really funny, you're supposed to DM it to me so I can say the joke. So if you're too funny in my chat, you get banned. Kenny is on shit list.
So what do you like, fucking Stephen Colbert, where you got to be read jokes?
Well, no, I don't have to. It's
And
just
then take credit for it?
If it's a joke that's funnier than something I've said through the whole stream, then that's a problem.
Oh, I see. That's an inferiority complex.
Whatever you want to call it, you're banned.
Absolutely love it.
You can call it that somewhere else besides my chat. Call it whatever you want.
So what do you really think about this Candace Owens deal? Do you really buy her shit? Do you really think that she received those emails or text messages and the Charlie Kirk shit? Do you actually think that's real?
Dude, I believe, I'm really using that word too loosely, like a normie here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Candace Owens is legitimately onto something here, because it's just really funny the way people are freaking out when you can interpret the things that she says like 100 different ways, because she is not flat out saying Erika Kirk did this or whatever. There's all kinds of, this is the crazy thing, is like they are really choosing that interpretation and trying to like backfill with random clips that they have edited together, because really this whole time we've been watching the Candace shit, I've been saying this the whole time, that we don't know that it was Israel. What we do know is that some of the evidence the FBI is showing is they're holding stuff back. They're like the clips they're showing us and stuff, it's insufficient to prove their theory on it, and it's a little weird. And then she is pointing out weird behavior on behalf of members of TPUSA, and every episode she's talking about a new person that they're like, oh, there was this guy in the crowd that looks suspicious and people are trying to figure out who he is. And that it doesn't mean she thinks that guy's the killer. Doesn't mean she thinks Netanyahu did it because she mentions Jewish donors. It's like there's 100,000 different possibilities of where the shadiness originates from this whole fucking thing. And there might be a bunch of people who are doing weird shit who are just pawns within it, including Erika Kirk. So,
to that point, I agree. I mean, conspiracy breeds conspiracy. And to be honest, like I always say, I really don't fucking care, but I'm really over like the Erika Kirk shit. Like it's just, she's on every fucking show. It's constant. I mean, God bless, but it's enough already.
What do you're talking about? You're over it in terms of like her going around and
well, in the fake crying and shit, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean it's when you already got the tissue in your hand and then it like comes down perfectly. I don't know. I'm just tired of looking at it, and like I always say, I really don't give a fuck.
There you go.
I mean, he's dead. You ain't gonna change shit, You go run around, say whatever you want. I know that's a horrible thing to say. I mean, I know she's a widow. Her husband got killed on live television or unalived. But
oh yeah, thanks for saving me there. Thanks for saving me an edit. No, yeah, I'm sick of looking at her too, dude. It's annoying. She looks like the bride of Chucky to me. She just looks like she's blatantly acting. She looks like when I watch Erika Kirk, it is like watching a really shitty movie. Some shitty actor in some fucked up bad movie. That's what she looks like to me every time. It's so beyond insulting to me. And it's like to some extent, I press the brakes a little bit when I talk about her. But like now, in moments like this, where it's just like it all comes together, and there's all these people saying you can't critique one little fucking move she makes. It's just so infuriating that the whole time, all I get is bad actor vibes, literal bad actor. Now, I'm not using that metaphorically, like an actual terrible actor, someone who went to school for it or something and just can't help but be terrible at it no matter how much training they have. It's like it's infuriating. I'm sick of looking at her. I don't care what anybody fucking says. If they say that that's mean or I'm crossing the line, you can fuck off. Stop being stupid.
It's funny you brought up the movie Bride of Chucky. Do you remember the scene at the end where she gets thrown in the oven and her face turns black?
Yeah, that's towards the end. It's not quite the end, but yeah.
It looks exactly like Candace Owens.
No, it doesn't, you piece of shit.
Pull the picture up, dude.
refuse.
That reference that you just did, it aligned perfectly with what we were talking about. You did it unknowingly, but it's...
No, Erika Kirk looks more like the Bride of Chucky than
right, but once she's like in the oven, she looks like Candace Owens.
No, I get it. You're going for racist joke. That's very daring.
It's not a racist joke.
It's very
accurate.
bold and fun. I like where your head's at. Okay, I'll give you that, but it's not quite accurate.
Yeah. I'm the racist one, and you spew your shit every fucking night.
Yeah, I'm the one that defends black kids who were just defending themselves from a white guy who was so big and muscly they thought they had to stab him. That was their only way to survive. I defend those people. They deserve defending.
Well, you got your knee on the back of a Jew.
Well, sorry, that's the Ben Shapiro is just that short. When I'm standing up, my knee is just in Ben Shapiro's back.
It's in bent mode. You can't uncock it.
Yeah.
You're like Trick Me Ashley.
Sure. Why not? Sure. You know what? Okay. So here we are.
Yeah. Why don't you have a shirt on?
My fucking house. How about that? That's what I'll say to you and what I've said to all the other haters that mention me not having a shirt on my stream in my own goddamn house. I'm in my house. You guys are looking at me in my house, just living my life.
Once you get monetized, I'll pop the top for 20 gifted.
I don't know if that's problematic or not. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like taking... I know though that was Twitch, isn't it? I think Twitch is...
I can assure you my tits are smaller than Adam's.
Okay, well, I don't even know. He's not in here. I think... Scott, did you ban Adam from my stream too?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Me neither. Adam Wiley, are you in the chat or did you get banned from here too? You can make all the fucking weird pedo jokes you want in my chat. I don't care. Scott says no, he didn't ban him. Okay.
Yeah, I think he just passed out.
Truth says I found a great Erika Kirk parody I reposted on X. Typical Tammy Baker actress. Bro, the intro to, I don't know where I could find it. It would take a minute, but the intro to Tim Dillon's show from when it was like a couple weeks ago or something with the TPUSA and the Erika Kirk thing. That shit was so funny and just so on the head. It was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. And it immediately made me feel, not that I need it, but it made me feel so vindicated for everything that I had been saying the whole time, that this is like, this whole thing is weird. And if you're pretending that none of it is weird, you are also being weird.
No, I agree. It's all weird.
Well, I wasn't.
I also think
you.
it's weird that you're talking about being vindicated. Because I think you're a fucking whack job.
Yeah, well, even a broken clock is right.
Fucking 62, stupid fuck. Even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. That's what you meant to say. Hey, it rhymes.
Something like that, I think. I don't know.
How many beers you had?
Not as many as you.
I know, but I'm sharper.
You're sharper? Is that what you think?
Well, yeah, you just fumbled your fucking words, you idiot.
I fumbled my words for 1 second, and then you thought about it and then said it after me 2 seconds later.
Well, that's what a calculated person does, Stephen.
No, that's what a drunk troll does when they just want to roast me.
Hey, I'm no troll. I'm the troll on a liver, buddy. I'm the fat pig, the troll Kiziller. Okay. Don't try to besmirch me that way.
Okay, one more thing, all right?
Oh, fucking
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, for real though. I do let me get out of here so I can finish up this. Candace is about to start cooking again with her list of TPUSA lies, and that gives me a big boner, so I need to see that. And then we're gonna discuss the lawsuit thing, and I'm gonna get out of here hopefully by like 10:15 latest, because I got real work tomorrow.
Oh, what's real work and fake work? What's the difference?
Well, today I had to work, but it was cleaning up the property where we're doing my mom's celebration of life. So I'm not getting, that's not something I'm like expecting someone to pay me for. Real work is I'm on someone else's dime. I have to be there when they tell me and can't leave until they want me to leave.
Boy, I really stepped into that one, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah,
You're like a pig in shit.
Well, I love you, Steven.
I love you too, lover. All right,
I'll let you go. I'll let you listen to that fat black dyke cunt. What else can I say on YouTube? Well, that's about it.
All right. I'll let you go. I guess we'll have you call back in. Maybe we'll get we're gonna get your stuff warmed up. You get you dialed in with your new setup. Maybe we can have you call back in Friday or something. I don't know what I'm gonna be covering Friday. So anyway, we'll see. We'll probably.
Did you get any lag?
No, tonight I don't think there was any, except when I lagged for a minute in real time.
Okay, so stream's perfect.
Yeah.
Man, I hit that Black Friday deal.
That's good.
I ordered another half a dozen. I'm going to repurpose them on Marketplace.
Hey, fuck it. Do what you got to do. Get that money.
All right. Thank you, Steven.
Wait, I wanted to ask you, though, give us your opinion on Candace Owens. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, fuck. Good times. All right. Let's get back to business, guys. All right. I see you guys giggling in chat. I start giggling again. Okay. All right. So where were we? Where the fuck were we? Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh, yeah. We're back to it. Okay. Fat Pig and I, we just love hanging up on each other. It's a sign of affection. All right, so yeah, Candace is about to start cooking again. Let's get to her list of lies here, because I did see this part when it premiered live, and it's just so funny. I don't see you people doing this fucking Terrence Howard math this Terrence Howard type of logic to accuse Candace Owens of blaming Erika Kirk for Charlie's death, outright accusing her. I don't know what you people are thinking. I hope you're just getting your $7,000 checks for the price of you looking retarded. I hope that's what's going on, and you're not actually so stupid to think that all your bullshit logic is going to explain away all the lies and bullshit of TPUSA and all these fucking Josh Hammer and all these fucking people. I hope you don't think everyone else is that retarded. So let's see.
It's wild that Candace is the only right-wing figure that I've seen posting in a way where she seems genuinely devastated to have lost Charlie as a friend. Why did she tweet that? Well, I have an answer for that now, Taylor, now that I'm seeing straight, because it's becoming very clear to me that Charlie was a product to everybody else. He was not a human being. He was a product that they felt that they had manufactured. That is my honest opinion, and I am entitled to that opinion, okay? And not only did they think that they had manufactured him, they felt that he was now malfunctioning. He was malfunctioning. And we're not going to let this go. We are not going to stop speaking about this topic because I sense that we are getting very close because they are very angry. And we should recap very quickly.
I'm angry now.
The verifiable lies that we have thus far been told by Turning Point USA themselves, which apparently they're trying to say it's off limits. So now you can't call out all these lies that Turning Point USA has told you. This is what they're trying to struggle session us into because Erika Kirk is now the CEO. So they're off limits. So they're allowed to lie. No, that's ridiculous. We will not be following that. Here's our list. And this is by no means definitive. Okay. Just getting this together briefly.
Okay, hold on. Let me minimize. Let me go down here so we can all see the list a little bit better. She's going to read them all, but yeah, let's go through it. Okay, let's see. TPUSA verified lies. I want to see everyone else's list of Candace Owens' verified lies. We saw an edit reel that was meant to defend Ben Shapiro, who claimed Candace said Erika Kirk killed her husband, and we never saw any clip that really said that in any way. And so that's interesting. And I'd love to see a list of lies. And again, I told you guys, the one thing that I've seen them critique Candace on of something she lied about or was wrong about was the fact that she did an interview after Charlie Kirk got killed, where she took like 2 questions. She agreed to take 2 questions in an entire interview, a full interview. She agreed to 2 questions about Charlie Kirk being assassinated. And people are saying, oh, well, she got mad that someone from TPUSA did an interview and a whole photo shoot in front of a vigil and all this. But she did an interview too, which again, I think is weak sauce. Because they released the chats between this interviewer and Candace Owens' people where they said she doesn't want to talk about Charlie Kirk. She'll take a couple questions, but because we know it's gonna be brought up because she was friends with him, but she doesn't want to do. Basically, it was like that. She doesn't want to do an interview about Charlie Kirk, but she'll take a couple questions. So I think that even vindicates her even more.
Told us these lies. The amazing, heroic, magnificent Mikey McCoy had blood all over him. That's a lie told by Pastor Rob McCoy.
Okay, yeah, Pastor Rob McCoy, he is on video. This isn't some alleged he said, she said. Pastor McCoy is on video saying that Mikey McCoy, the guy who was Charlie Kirk's close assistant, who took that phone call right when Kirk got shot in the neck, he immediately puts the phone up to his ear and walks away talking on the phone as if there was somebody already on the phone or a number already dialed. Very strange. Was not close enough to get any blood on him, did not help Charlie Kirk get walked over or carried to the vehicle. He did not get any blood on him. And Pastor Rob McCoy lied about that and said that Mikey McCoy was covered in blood.
Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture. That's a lie, told and reinforced by Alex Clark and Andrew Colvett. Lie number 3 is that Charlie's neck stopped a .30-06 bullet because Charlie ate salad, he had strong bones, it was a modern-day Christian miracle.
That is a lie. That is complete bullshit. If you believe humans' neck bone is going to full stop a 30-06, you are a crackhead.
That's a lie. The offender was Andrew Colvett. Another lie. Charlie never blinked in his support for Israel. Offender Josh Hammer, Bibi Netanyahu.
Yes, that is a lie. And again, I already said this earlier in the stream. I'll go back down here. Josh Hammer, this guy listed here. We've reviewed some of his debates. Charlie Kirk hosted a debate with him and fucking Dave Smith. We watched that. This guy, Josh Hammer, was saying that Charlie never blinked. He had unwavering support for Israel till the day he died. And this guy, Josh Hammer, was on the group chat that got leaked, the group chat that Candace Owens leaked. Josh Hammer was on that group chat where Charlie Kirk was saying he was no longer supporting Israel and wasn't having any, these Jewish donors were dropping out and he was fucking done with them. And he was no longer support Israel. He was on, Josh Hammer's on those group chats, and then was out running around lying about Charlie Kirk's support for Israel.
Insert Zionist here, many Zionist, Christian Zionist influencers as well. That turned out to be a big lie, an unnecessary lie. Lie number 5, the magnificent Mikey McCoy called his dad first. That's a lie. Rob McCoy told that lie. Number 6 is Terrell, the AV guy, was told to remove the cameras by police. That's not true. I had every second of his moves. That offender would be Tyler Boyer. Okay. He lied. Number 7, Terrell moved the SD cards because people were stealing hats. Question mark, Andrew Colvett. What if you were scared about people stealing? Maybe remove the cameras? Very expensive cameras would be the thing that they would steal. What are they going to do with your SD card? They're going to resell that? Like, that doesn't make sense. Those are pretty cheap, right? Lie number 8, Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk never had any bad blood between them. The offender there was Alex Clark. Ben Shapiro was on her show, and I don't know why she tried that little bit of propaganda when she knew that wasn't factually true. 9, Charlie.
So yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Candace also had, these were some of the texts, and if we really want to verify this, we can go look for it. But these were, if I'm not mistaken, I did see these texts somewhere. I'm almost sure I saved it in one of these spots, but there was some text that proved this where Charlie Kirk said he was complaining about something with Ben Shapiro, and it was some issue he had with him, and there was part of these texts that Candace released. All right.
Established Doge, and that wasn't unusual. Turning Point financially audits the company every year since its inception. Lie. Doge was entirely different from the apparatus of financially auditing yourself, which is recommended and actually in some states required for a company that.
Yeah, so this number 9 she's saying here, this one is interesting too. So this was where Candace claimed at one point, and this is another, I forgot about this one, where she was told, or she was saying that she had information that Charlie Kirk was doing like a Doge type of audit or something on TPUSA, that there was some new type of audit that they were going to be tracking funding and spending and all this other shit, that it was going to be a much more detailed audit of everything, every bit of money going in and out of the company and this and that. And these people, if I'm not mistaken, it was TPUSA members and other people. Who is she claiming? Tyler Bauer. Okay, so I guess this guy, I know I saw people who were refuting that and saying, oh no, well, that's normal. Candace is full of shit because Charlie Kirk, they always did like an audit every year, standard, this and that. But then there was an email or something that Candace eventually produced. Like I said, she's like, it's funny. I this might even be calculated on her part. I don't know, but she makes if I've been tracking everything correctly, and I could be wrong because I haven't been following her that closely, but it's funny. Like, she's making these claims. People will say she's full of shit, and then like the next day or like a day later, she produces the receipts. And everybody has to eat shit over and over again. It's so fucking funny. They're like falling for it every time. She'll make a claim, and then like people come out and absolutely dog her, and then they have to eat shit time and time again. But yeah, this eventually, it was an email or something that we actually saw, either a text from that group or an email that was produced eventually that proved Candace correct on this claim as well, and that these people were lying, that there was nothing different.
That size, that's 501c3. And 10, like I said, this is by no means a definitive list. Mikey McCoy was a hero that day. Now, you could say that's subjective, but I feel like that, like, objectively, to be a hero, you can't just make quick phone calls. I don't know. I not include 911 in that list. So I'm going to put that on our list of lies. Now we're going to learn some more things that are interesting and compelling. Now, remember, there was that mass panic about me telling the truth about how long it takes for campus events to come together, the schedule, how long, how early they will start promoting for people to buy tickets. I was on tour every single semester.
All right, it's getting late. Let's move on to the next thing. She's getting into the weeds with a little bit of this other shit. So I'm going to go ahead and move along here. Let's see. Let's drop that. Where is... Oh, well, she got into it at the end of that as well. Fuck, I did have the timestamp saved. Should I bring that back up? Let's see. All right, so I have a clip from this guy's Twitter. What is this guy's name? Oh, I forget this guy's name. The guy that's like got in trouble. Elijah Schaefer. Okay, here we go. So this is one of the guys. So this is Kash Patel. His girlfriend is suing these people, pretty much anyone who has made the claim or anything close to making the claim that she is some kind of honeypot. And it's funny. I mean, not that this channel's big enough that she would probably give a fuck and send me any kind of cease and desist or anything like that. It's not worth her time. But luckily, this is actually one of the conspiracies that I never touched on my stream here. And I did save information about it for us to go over, and I just never got to it. And that happens a lot of nights. Rainy, love you too. Thank you guys for checking out the stream. I get it if y'all need to head to bed. I'm not going to be on too much later. Let's see here. Let me go down here. But yeah, I saved some of this stuff to go over and never talked about it. What was her name? Alexis, what does it say it here? Okay. No, it doesn't say her name. Alexis something, right? So yeah, Elijah Schaefer is going viral after claiming that he has been sued for $5 million over his ex-post criticizing Israel by FBI Director Kash Patel's inner circle. Schaefer goes on to allege that Patel's girlfriend presented this lawsuit in response to people claiming she was a Mossad agent and that Patel was a victim of a honeypot operation. Okay.
Over the weekend, I received concerning news that I was being sued for $5 million by Kash Patel's girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins. And the reason why might actually
Alexis Wilkins, there we go.
Shock you. About a couple months ago, I posted this photo on the public social media platform X. I posted it with no caption, no suggestions of any malintent or any slander, defamation, or criticisms of character. I did so attached to an X post shared by another account that I'm not connected to that talked about government agents being compromised. Now Alexis Wilkins is saying that I owe her $5 million for damages, the exact evaluation of my company, and if I cannot come up with that money, that I'm going to have to shut down my business, give up all of my digital assets and my entire voice online, in order to pay her back. So why does Kash Patel's girlfriend want to silence me? Well, it comes down to the lawsuit itself. Before anyone jumps to conclusions and says, well, don't say that she's a honeypot, I'd like to say, I never did. I never would. I never felt like suggesting that, never even suggested that in my own head. So why am I being sued for something I never did? To give proof of that, in section 14 of the lawsuit, it states, while the defendant may not have included any caption to spell out the meaning of his post, he didn't have to. Ever since Kash Patel was appointed as director of the FBI in February of 2025, the conspiratorial corners of the internet and social media have been spreading false narratives about Miss Wilkins as an Israeli Mossad agent, spy, or quote, honeypot, who is only in the relationship with Kash Patel to spy on and manipulate the United States government. Defendant's wordless reply, it goes on to say. So to clarify, before we go any further.
That's crazy. So he didn't actually say that. This is going hand in hand. Actually, this is a good, we're keeping in like a theme with the night and sort of didn't even realize it. This goes along with the theme of other people reading way into something when, you know, someone leaves something up to interpretation and you outright claim that this is directly what they were trying to say. It's a, you know, a slippery slope there. That one's going to cost you, though, buddy. We'll see. Bro, I mean, there's no way. Like, how the fuck? There's no way this is going to, like, hold up, right? I mean, this is going to get laughed out of court. I pray. Bro, I just like, I don't see how this can be taken seriously at all. So what happened is, if I'm understanding, he replied to a tweet. It was someone else posted a tweet about honeypots and like compromised assets of the, you know, U.S. government or government agents or employees that are compromised by honeypots. He replied to someone else's tweet about that with a picture of Kash Patel with his girlfriend. His, you know, fairly new girlfriend. And, you know, he divorced his wife for, I don't know. I mean, if that's enough to get you fucking sued, everybody's fucked. Blumel says, we all think we know everything because we Googled something. Yeah, and? Is that wrong? All right, let me X that. Should I bring back up? Here, let me see. Oh. Let me bring this Candace video back up because she talked about this. Let me see if there's anything special she dropped because I don't remember what she said. Here, let me get you guys back on here while I try to search for the segment within this. Oh, here we go. Kash Patel's girlfriend. All right, here.
Switching gears here, but sticking on the topic of liars and losers. Kash Patel, he has to step down. There's no other option here. In case you missed it, Kash Patel, the director of the FBI who represents America on the world stage, right? We are already not being taken very seriously, but Kash Patel is catalyzing that dissent, okay? He's catalyzing that descent into absolute mockery. He tweeted, I told you about that a couple of weeks ago, leave my girlfriend alone, and then we see you guys, and like, she's my life partner. Like, you left your wife, you've been with this girl for like a year and a half. Calm down, okay? Just calm down. Like a teenager in love. It's ridiculous. Well, now his girlfriend, turns out, is suing Elijah Schaffer and other content creators for $5 million. For $5 million for her hurt feelings, okay? Because she was called a honeypot, an Israeli honeypot. And in some circumstances, I want to be very clear, they didn't even explicitly call her a honeypot. They just posted a picture. That was a circumstance in terms of Elijah Schaffer. I should actually read some parts of this lawsuit so that you understand that we are not a serious nation anymore, right? We are not a serious nation, and it's important that you come to that conclusion quite quickly, okay? Where are we? So this is directly from a lawsuit. It says that on September...
It's a lawsuit, like it's been, he got served with it. A judge can still just like throw it out though, right? I mean, I think there's still hope.
14, 2025, an ex-user that goes by Hen Mazig published a lengthy and detailed post about the prominent role of female Mossad agents have played in Israel's sophisticated intelligence efforts against Iran, including by seducing top officials, and that some of them reportedly seduced high-ranking enemy officials. Now, in response to the comments on that same day, Elijah Schaffer posted a photo of Alexis Wilkins, that is her name, and Patel, right? So this is what they're suing over right here.
Bro, if your girlfriend is not a Mossad agent, but people are extremely suspicious of her because she is so goddamn hot, that's got to be like one of the best compliments ever. No way she's like suing over that. You know she's completely flattered by this, right? People are suspicious. Mainly, let's be real here, mainly because she is so fucking hot. That's a compliment if I ever heard one.
The internet, LOL, Elijah Schaffer posts a photo. And the lawsuit goes on and says, ever since Kash Patel was appointed as director of the FBI in February of 2025, the conspiratorial corners of the internet and social media have been spreading a false narrative that Ms. Wilkins is an Israeli Mossad agent, a spy, or a quote-unquote honeypot. So here's the thing. I've been around. And there are some rules to lawsuits. If you have to sue someone to prove, as an example, that you are a woman, a la Brigitte Macron, it's because you're not one. If you have to sue someone to prove that your relationship is really authentic and real and like love from the heavens, it probably isn't one. I'm just saying I've been around. That's all I'm saying. And I have been the subject of so many conspiracies because of how me and my husband met, right? People online, people have done threads, put in names that were not even true. I read one thread where they said like a donor put me and my husband, it couldn't be further from the truth. I've never cared. I just laugh at them because it's just not true. It's just none of it's true, so I don't care. The fact that
Grand Canyon University offered nearly $161 million in institutional scholarships to online students.
She filed this lawsuit.
Fucking ads. That Chudu stuff. Fuck that shit.
Of course, means that she did this with the blessing of her quote-unquote life partner, Kash Patel. He knew this was happening. He did not stop her from doing this. Are they trying to convince us, or is she trying to convince him, or is he trying to convince himself? Okay? And of course, inevitably what happens when you file these lawsuits is people then get interested in you. And there is something called the Streisand effect. Now, before the Streisand effect happened, I was already interested because he's acting weird. He's just acting really weird right now, Kash Patel. And she might not be a Mossad honeypot. I don't know. I've never made that claim. There's literally no evidence of that. People, other than people saying she works for Marissa Straight, PragerU, who, she's formerly of the IDF intelligence unit. I worked for PragerU. I'm not a Mossad honeypot person, so that's not evidence. But
they're both honeypots.
There is evidence that she comes from a Freemason family in California. Like dad was in the California Freemasons, and grandpa was pretty high up in the California Freemasons. And, Kash Patel's dropping 33 hours like it means something. That's actually more interesting than the Mossad honeypot thing. Mom works in aerospace. So she's not just like some cutesy country singer that has no connections. Like, let's make that clear. She doesn't have no connections.
Mossad, fucking Freemasons, it's all, we get it. It's all the same.
You guys know that. And I am so sick of the idea that you're going to file and bankrupt people because you don't like what's on the internet. That's why this needs to be exposed. He should be flamed. The punishment for these sorts of things is these people should be shamed. They should be absolutely shamed. Out of public life forever. If your solution to somebody saying something on the internet is I'm going to bankrupt you, especially something, who cares? You're a country singer. Even if you were a Mossad honeypot, why do you care? Who cares? Like, if you do not know how to deal with the internet, get off of it. Just get off of it. It is optional. You are not required to be on X to make videos for PragerU. You are not required to be on X to sing the national anthem for Turning Point USA. Get off of the internet if you do not have it within you the courage to withstand Elijah Schaffer making a joke, okay? All of these people have said things about me. I have been mocked for everything from the color of my skin to who I work for to, you name it. There's a joke out there that's said about me, okay? Or not even a joke, people just being insulting. I wake up, I'm called the N-word. Big deal. The internet is optional, Alexis Wilkins. It's optional, Kash Patel. This lawsuit is pathetic. You should be forced to step aside, but it's probably not going to happen because a lot of things that are going on in this administration have been embarrassing. And yeah, we're hunting down kids on college campuses that offend Jewish people. So I guess we're going to we're stuck with Kash Patel. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's take a quick break before I get to some of your comments. There is a reason that I'm proud to say that Pure Talk is my wireless company, because they don't just talk the talk, they also walk the walk, especially when it comes.
Okay, so I'm trying to find, I got a couple things that I saved here. Let me show you. So this is someone has a little compilation of, fuck, where did I save? Damn it. Did I repost it on Twitter? I think I did. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Maybe I didn't save it. Maybe I posted it. So there's a couple things. There is Erika Kirk's father. Let me see if I can find this. Erika Kirk's father. Ooh, here we go. Erika Kirk's father had a YouTube channel, if you can believe that. And he has one video posted there. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. This is going a little deep with some of the Charlie Kirk coverage. So you might not have seen this, but okay. So here, let's take a look first. This is one tweet thread, and I wanted to get to this while we're sort of more on topic with the Kash Patel deal. Okay, so this is Sam Parker. Who is Alexis Wilkins, allegedly? None of this is my opinion. I'm reading something innocently. Girlfriend of Kash Patel. Alexis Wilkins was a devout 24-year-old Christian when she met Kash Patel, a 42-year-old Hindu Muslim, and started dating him. Now he's the FBI director. She's also the press secretary for Abraham Hamadeh, a Syrian Muslim member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Arizona. That's sketchy. And a former member of the U.S. military intelligence. Even worse. She's also a country music singer based out of Nashville. Also suspicious. She worked for PragerU, is tight with the Daily Wire, and has ties to TPUSA. Red flag, red flag, red flag. She hosts her own news and political commentary show on Rumble. That's also a red flag, but that counts against me too. That's a red flag for me also. Let's take a closer look at Alexis, pictured here 3 weeks after meeting Kash Patel in 2022. Stunning. Take a look at this bird brain. Yeah, that's just a regular relationship there. Okay. Bro, who does she look like? She looks like, is it Machine Gun Kelly's girlfriend? What's that bitch's name? Wasn't she in like Jennifer's Body or something? What is her name? I don't care enough to Google it. Does somebody know it off the top of their head in the chat? That chick. She was in that movie Jennifer's Body, I think, right? She was in a relationship with Machine Gun Kelly. That's who this chick looks like. Unique nexus of dynamic and powerful forces. Is she really this talented? Is she all-American dream girl that can just do it all? And if so or not, is her rise organic? Biographical details. Born in 1999 in Boston, then spent most of her childhood in England and Switzerland, while her father attended the University of Geneva School of Economics and Management. She attended the College de Le Mans International School in Switzerland for a time, also once attended by Tucker Carlson. They eventually moved to Arkansas. Alexis graduated with a bachelor. Who gives a fuck? Okay, we get it. She's hot. She's suspiciously hot. We get it. Okay. Got her. She's a little singer.
Whether it's my place or yours, there's one thing I know for sure.
just want an old-fashioned Christmas.
I'm definitely adding this song to my holiday music rotation this year. Megan Fox. Thank you, BW. That's exactly who I was talking about. Wasn't she banging Machine Gun Kelly? I just remember this viral clip when she looked disgusted with Machine Gun Kelly and embarrassed at being around his existence. And that really stuck with me, how she just seems like such an evil bitch. I'll never forget that. It was so funny. Suspiciously hot. You know what? I was going to talk shit, but that song For a Christmas Song, really all Christmas songs, like, you know, on this one level, they're all like terrible and they're only acceptable at this one time of the year. You know, that's a whole thing. But for a Christmas song, you know what? That's not that bad. I gotta say, even though she probably killed Charlie Kirk, the song's not bad.
Fresh snow on the ground and presents all around the tree. Yeah, I just want an old-fashioned Christmas.
If this bitch hits me with the copy, you know what? I'm not playing any more of it. I'm not gonna give her the opportunity. Let's move on. What do we got? Some Marina Abramovic stuff or something? Let's do it. No! As seen above, Alexis worked for PragerU. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't sound like we got anything that crazy. Ooh, Israeli influence. Okay. PragerU, Daily Wire. PragerU run by Marissa Stride, who served in IDF. Aha. Who sworn an oath to loyalty to Israel. Interesting. I'm glad we kept reading. PragerU Zionist agenda. Various videos of Alexis presenting pro-Israel, pro-Jewish propaganda for PragerU. She presented Israel as the victim of Iranian aggression. On the right, she promoted Jewish Zionist Chapadnik Javier. Fun. Okay, we get it. So, anyway, she's definitely not a Mossad honeypot. Okay, guys? And that's not just my bank account talking, my fear of a lawsuit. She's definitely not a honeypot. But she's hot enough to be one. That's the point, right? And her music isn't terrible. Okay, so let's go to this video. This is supposedly Erika Kirk's father, Kent Francevy, which is her, maiden name, who headed up Raytheon Israel, opened a YouTube account 14 years ago. Here's the only post he put on there. He only posted one video. It's bizarre. Erika is at the 323 mark. So yeah, check this fucking weird shit out. I'm definitely going to hit my bowl while we watch this because I'm freaked out by all of this. And I need to relax. I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm going to go down here. Actually, should I go here? I'm just going to go here. Okay. Am I going to get hit with a copyright for this? What is this song? I'm going to mute it. You get it. It's this stupid song playing. They are survivors. Keep in mind, this is Erika Kirk's father, who works for the Israeli arm of the, Department of Defense or some shit. This is his one video he posted. Cool. We got some monkeys, and then we got some white people. I don't know if there's something implied here, but it shows some monkeys and then some white people. More white people. More white people. Oh, look, another. Oh, I thought that could have been a monkey, but that's a white person there. Another white person. I don't know what race that guy is, if that's blackface or what, but anyway, the white person, Tom Hanks, a pedophile. That's a joke. I don't want to get sued. Anytime, any place. Disaster? Is that what that said? Bro, what the fuck? We got cities burning. Cities burning. Destruction. Mass casualties. More burning. Things burning. What do we got? A white kid? No, a white guy throwing a rock at the IDF. We got this. Cool, cool. Looters will be shizot. Look at what these people did to all that we created. Are you ready? We got Jewish hurricanes. More hurricanes, man-made. FEMA re-education camps is what this says. Can you guys read that? It says FEMA re-education camps. Again, this is Erika Kirk's father's YouTube channel, and this is his one video, allegedly. The one video he's posted 14 years ago. 10 years ago? I don't know. FEMA re-education camps. Cool, cool. Plan for disaster now. Okay, so he put a clip of that one song on a loop. Badly edited video, even for 10 years ago. This video sucks. You got a plan. You need to buy a backpack and a minivan. Yeah, see? This person has a backpack. They're going to survive. Oh my God, that is Erika Kirk, is it? That's her. Bro, what the fuck? That is her. Is this supposed to be like Prepper Emporia? Preeper. Should I go to this website? Is it going to give me a STD? Wait, am I? What the fuck? I'm retarded. So I accidentally switched back. What the fuck? Yeah, that's the right site. What is this? Tutoring sites for students, list of scholarships to apply for, credit cards for college students. What the fuck? BW said it's an ad. Yeah, but like, bro, it's fucking weird though. It's an ad, but what the that's a weird ad. And it's for what? Student resources and stuff? Tutoring services. Does this not work anymore? List of scholarships to apply for. Oh, here we go. Now it worked. What the fuck? There's just 3 things on here. Bro, this seems like this seems like a fucking like a Wayfair website where it's a front for human trafficking or something. What the fuck is this? 0% APR credit cards. Until 2027. Dude, what is this bullshit? This says 2027. I mean, your credit cards, how long till one expires? It's normally not that long, right? The video is from 10 years ago. How long do they normally last? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what this is. Fucking video's weird. Anyway. All right, lovers, I gotta get out of here for real. I was supposed to only stay on till like 10:15. I gotta work tomorrow, and tomorrow's bicep day. I did leg day today. I'm taking a little break from doing squats because I've really been struggling with my fucking. I have bad discs in my back, and normally I can still do squats and sort of get by, and it's not like too much. I think I've just, I've been going up and down with the weights and stuff here and there, like trying to build a little more muscle back, and it's been working. But chest day the other day, I was stronger than last couple times. There's a few workouts that are actually I am getting stronger with, but I think I need to ease up on doing the squats. Like I should probably get one of those machines so that the one you just sit on and fucking do a leg press. That's what it is. I should probably get one of those so I don't fuck my back up if I'm not already too far gone here. But no, my back's been fucked up since I was in middle school. I've had problems with it and whatever. I think now today I did lunges and my back is fine. I use less weight I used like half the weight and I did lunges instead, which is using one leg to do like a, like a one leg squat almost. So, but yeah, fucking still worked out. My legs are beat. And the lunges, I think, are better for building your ass too, better than a squat. But anyway, yeah, fucking got biceps tomorrow morning. Gonna tear it up. Bicep day tomorrow. Oh, we had chest day. Biceps tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been Dark Times with Dark Matt Steve. Another Charlie Kirk coverage night. We've got to do at least like one a week at this rate, with Candace Owens still in the kitchen cooking. Chef Candace. So we'll see what happens. We'll probably get back to some Charlie coverage next week. We went hard in the fucking paint for the first like 2 weeks. It was like nonstop Charlie Kirk coverage. And yeah, I won't do that to you guys. We'll keep it down to like once a week or something like that. But anyway, what's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, so Thursday, Friday, we'll do something. We'll have a fun. We'll do some more badge cam stuff or something else. We'll throw something fun at least 1 or 2 days left of this week. We'll get this rotation spicy. All right, lovers. I'll see you guys tomorrow. What do we got? Scott Starboard in the evening. I believe Alex Stein isn't like live again yet, but definitely go follow the Mind of Stein YouTube channel. Our boy Alex Stein is off of the Blaze contract. The chains that the Blaze had, they had him shackled down, and this man is now free, and he's a complete maniac. So you need to keep up with Alex Stein, see what he's going to do next. It's the Mind of Stein channel. Go subscribe to that. And then, BW, Mind of Stein. Go check it out on YouTube. And then we got our lineup tomorrow evening is Scott Starboard at 6 p.m. around then. And then I will be on around 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you guys then. Everybody, thank you for the support. I really appreciate you trying to help me with the algos here, smashing the like and the subscription button and all that. And don't be afraid to get in the chat. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody take care. I love ya.